Good morning, Year 5. Welcome to your first virtual maths lesson of the week. This week we're going to have a look at finishing off fractions for the first few lessons, and then we're going to move on to applying our fraction knowledge to decimals later in the week. Today's WALT is to multiply mixed number fractions, which we've already come across over the last couple of weeks, by whole numbers. The first example we're going to have a look at is this one here. For lots of 1 and 1/3. 1 and 1/3 here, 1 and 1/3 here, 1 and 1/3 here, and finally 1 and 1/3 here. Remember, multiply means lots of, groups of. This is going to build on the knowledge that we looked at on Friday, where you were multiplying whole numbers by fractions. Today, the difference is the fractions are going to be mixed number fractions. So you've got an additional step to factor into your workings out to help you be successful to get the answer. First step then, to be successful, we need to multiply both of our whole numbers. So in this case, we've got 4 lots of, and it's 1 in our fraction. So it's 4 lots of 1. So you multiply whatever 2 whole numbers you have today. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to multiply. So I need to do 4 lots of 1. So 1 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot. How many full wholes have I got? I've got 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Second step to success then is we need to do whatever we're doing lots of. So in this case, it's 4 lots of 1/3. So we're doing 2 whole numbers multiplied together here, and then we're doing whole number multiplied by the fraction, which in this case is 1/3. This is a similar question that you may have come across, or something similar to this question on Friday. Whole number times a fraction. If you can remember how to do it, remember we're doing 4 lots of 1/3 here. So it's 1/3 add 1/3 add 1/3 add 1/3. In total, that's 4/3. Remember, we said if we put the whole number over a denominator of 1 and then multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, it will give us our answer. In this case, it's 4/3. The next step, if this is an improper fraction, where the numerator is greater than the denominator, I need to convert it into a mixed number fraction. So how many full wholes can I make? If I'm making thirds and I've got 4 thirds, in total I can make 1 full group with 1/3 remaining. So those two fractions are equivalent fractions. This is an improper fraction. This is a mixed number fraction. So just to recap, step 1, multiply the 2 wholes. Step 2, multiply the whole by the fraction. In this case was 4 lots of something. Then you need to convert it to a mixed number fraction if it gives you an improper. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And then finally, once you've converted it, if you need to add your 2 final answers together. So you've got 4 wholes here, you've got 1/3 here, add them together. 4, add 1, so add the 2 wholes together first. 4 add 1 is 5. And then I've got my fraction to add on to my 5. So it'll be 5 1/3. So today, there are your steps. Times the 2 wholes, times the whatever you're making groups of by your fraction, and then you add your 2 fractions together once you've converted, if you need to, from an improper to a mixed number. The first few again today will be represented on bar models like so. Let's do a second example. We'll do it without the bar models here this time. Some of the questions today, and like I say, will have the bars, some questions won't. Let's do finally multiply 3 lots of 2 and 3/4. So first step, time the two wholes together. So in this case, we've got a 3 and we've got a 2. Which will give me, of course, 6. Second step, whole number multiplied by your fraction. In this case, it's 3 times 3/4. 3/4 add 3/4 add 3/4 essentially, which will give you 9/4. Remember, if you want to do it using the method where you put it over a denominator of 1, 3 times 3 is 9, 1 times 4 is 4. You then, if you have got one, convert your improper fraction to a mixed number. How many full lots of 4 can I make? How many full wholes can I make if I had 9/4? I can make 2 full wholes, which would use 8 of my quarters. I started with 9, so I have 1 remaining, 1/4 remaining. Then, once I've got my 2 answers, simply add them together. So in this case, it'd be 6 add 2 1/4, which in total would give me 8 and 1/4. There you go. So today, mixed number fractions multiplied by whole numbers. There are questions, as always, to go with this, which I'd like you to have a go at first. Once you've done those, there is still some, or quite a number of people that haven't completed the My Maths from Friday, which has a little bit, particularly on question 2, of multiplying mixed number fractions by whole numbers. It starts off with just simply fractions times whole numbers, but it moves on to from the second question, particularly, to mixed number fractions multiplied by whole numbers. So if you didn't get 100% on Friday, go back and have a go and try and improve your score. If you didn't quite get finished or get on there on Friday, today's the day to maybe go and catch up and try and do what you can on there. Good luck. We'll see you tomorrow for your final fraction lesson.